What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Who will dethrone all the current champs? We have this usually monthly. I haven't had it monthly because the month of January was kind of crazy. You had the Netflix debut, then you had after that the Saturday Night's main event, and then you had Royal Rumble. And, I was thinking about doing it before Saturday Night's main event. Didn't really make... I think I did do somewhat of a version of it at Saturday Night's main event. So now we're kind of fully at it at a after Royal Rumble, where we have some kind of storylines kind of being built. So yeah, let's, other than that, get started because there's a lot to go through. We go through SmackDown, then we go to NXT, and then we go to Raw. So let's talk about Cody Rhodes first. Cody Rhodes, who I think will dethrone. I am going John Cena. I think John Cena is probably going to be Cody Rhodes' WrestleMania opponent, which is crazy to say. You know what I could see happen? I could see Drew McIntyre potentially being that opponent. Because right now the Elimination Chamber is being set. If you're seeing this a little after Friday Night SmackDown's version of the potential Elimination Chamber matches, it's looking like it's going to be an interesting road to get there. I do have to say, it's looking like it's John Cena or bust. It could be CM Punk, but I think it's more than likely CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns at a triple threat match. But I'm going to say I could really see John Cena being the one to dethrone him. Dark horse for me is Randy Orton. Randy Orton has been somewhat of a wild card, in my opinion, during this whole road to WrestleMania. Because where has he been? Can you tell me where he's been? Because I don't know. And maybe, John doesn't beat Cody Rhodes and take the title off him, and said Randy's the one to take the title off him, and he's the one doing maybe around SummerSlam. I could see potentially that instead of John Cena, but we'll have to see. Up next, we have Tiffany Stratton, who is now the owner of the WWE Championship, before I haven't done that video, who I think is going to be Charlotte Flair. Maybe Charlotte Flair's already picked on SmackDown, but I am guessing that Charlotte Flair is going to win against Tiffany Stratton. Just being truthful. Now, there's kind of been some question marks, I have to say, with the potential of Rhea's championship. So I do believe that there could be Charlotte Flair go there, but I think it's a foregone conclusion for me that Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair are going to have a match at WrestleMania. My dark horse is Bianca Belair. There's not really a place to put Bianca Belair right now. I think it would make a lot of sense to potentially put Bianca Belair around that kind of division for Tiffany Stratton, and she does deserve a title run again here soon. Up next, we have Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, I was debating on this, but I think I finally am going to go with this because they've been really pushing him really pushing him as a main eventer. You got to put some gold on him because of how hot he is. I'm going Jacob Fatu. I really want to put Jim Uso. Because I think there could be a ladder match for Shinsuke, so you protect the character of Shinsuke without making him take a pin. Shinsuke Nakamura losing the title that way. Dark horse is LA Knight. You could 100% see LA Knight win this championship. I thought what they would do is make LA Knight win the championship again, so that he goes against Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. I would have called that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's more than likely Shinsuke keeps this all the way to WrestleMania, and I don't think we're going to get a change for a while. Up next, we have Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green is also keeping this title till WrestleMania. I think it's going to be Roxanne Perez. Now, Roxanne Perez now kind of making the switch to officially kind of be somewhat on Raw, it seems like, which I think the draft's going to happen, and then that's when we really see somebody lose a title, when the draft happens. I think more than likely Roxanne Perez will stay on Raw. Could go to SmackDown, but probably stay on Raw. And I have to say that Roxanne Perez is going to win a title sooner rather than later. She's going to be like that Braun Breaker, in my opinion. Now, is it Chelsea Green or Lyra Valkyria? I'm starting to kind of see Lyra Valkyria, but I'm going Chelsea Green for now. Dark horse Piper Niven. They kind of hinted it already that this could potentially be the WrestleMania match with Piper taking out Chelsea Green. A real kind of shocker and real kind of feud to have with that title. I don't think Piper wins, though. It would be a shock if they push Piper all the way with that. Up next, DIY having a match at Royal Rumble. I think this is Street Profits coming soon. I think this gritty Street Profits is coming soon. I want to say Pretty Deadly to take it off DIY, but I feel like it's going to be Street Profits losing it, and then a WrestleMania match happens, and then that's when we see Pretty Deadly win. But Dark Horse, I'm going to have also MCMG. I think it makes a lot of sense to have him running back and to get him to the win, and I think that could be their WrestleMania moment. But I also see just the Street Profits winning here soon. And it makes more sense the Street Profits to take it off DIY and then Street Profits lose to Pretty Deadly, in my opinion. Up next, we have Bianca Belair and Naomi. Technically still with Jade Cargill in the title reign. So I'm going to keep Jade Cargill here because technically, but technically not. I think it's going to be probably Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I think that might be where Liv Morgan's heading to for WrestleMania. I also could see Liv Morgan being part of a triple threat with Io Sky for WrestleMania. After Io said, I will see you and you cost me WrestleMania, I will go after your title. And now they announced a match after Elimination Chamber. Feeling a little sketch, and I have a feeling Liv Morgan could be winning the Elimination Chamber to then have Liv Morgan versus Rhea, but no one wants to see that, so they insert Io Sky into the match. I could really see it. Dark Horse for me is Metaphor. I think Metaphor should be winning these titles. I think Metaphor deserves to have these titles, and I think it's a good way to show NXT talent, in my opinion. But I doubt that happens. I think they're going to likely give it to a super team like Liv Morgan, Raquel, or like Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Up next, we have Obafemi. I think Obafemi now officially has his title compared to last time we did this video, who I think, and here's the thing, I'm recording this right when Ricky Starks just came to WWE, so what a thing. I did not expect this to happen when I was going to record this video. Ricky Starks is officially in WWE. Oh my God. Ricky Starks in WWE could win the North American title, truthfully, but with his character, I think it could go over against Obafemi. Ricky Starks, man, he is a talented guy, a true talent, and I want to see him go against Obafemi. Dark Horse for me is Tony D'Angelo. I could really see Tony D'Angelo losing his title, and he'd be the next one for NXT title. There's really no one I would have to say that could go against Obafemi right now. It really is Tony D'Angelo. The only, like when I'm looking at men's talent right now for NXT, it's like Trick Williams, Obafemi. I would put Tony D'Angelo in the mix because he's really improved. Ricky Starks now. Ethan Page, of course. And then other than that, Javon's too young. Even like Sean Spears and them would not be winning the title. It's just there's a little bit of a mix. Wesley, it's a big question mark. So yeah, we'll have to see with Obafemi. I think he's going to keep this title for a while. Up next, we have Julia. I'm expecting Julia to lose to Stephanie Vauquier. Now, I don't know if this entirely happens. I don't know if they go the route where I'm hoping they go for my prediction, that they go Stephanie Vauquier versus Julia. Because it looks like she could go against the North American title, but I really hope that doesn't happen. I instead want Julia and Stephanie Vauquier to go against each other, and that's how Stephanie gets the title away from Julia. But we'll have to see. Dark Horse for me is Jordynne Grace, officially part of the main roster. I expect her to go to NXT with how her eliminations went for Royal Rumble. But I could really see a way they push her to main roster. That's what I really want. I really want Jordynne Grace to go to main roster more than anything. But does it happen? I don't think so. And I think they might go NXT. Maybe just for a month or two and then get drafted. She deserves to have a WrestleMania match, though. And I think it should be for a mid-card title. I expect kind of Jordynne Grace to be in the mid-card title area. Up next is Tony D'Angelo. I think Ridge Holland deserves it, even though he just lost his steel cage match. I think he does deserve it still. And I had this for Dark Horse before, but now I'm wondering, should I do this on who I think? Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears has been somebody that I think deserves gold. He's talked in interviews that he doesn't want gold, really. He just wants to keep boosting talent. I think at some point you got to pull the trigger on Shawn Spears being, give him more gold than anything. But Tony D'Angelo, I don't see him losing his title for a while. I could see Ricky Starks also being a contender here. Maybe Josh Alexander if he comes to WWE. We'll have to see, but right now, got some question marks, truthfully. Up next, Fallon Henley. Now, I didn't expect Fallon Henley to have this title for a while. I could see her lose at Vengeance Day. I'm going to say right now Zarya is the one to take it because they've had this kind of feud. And I really want Zarya to be the one to take it from her, especially being a true babyface. But Stephanie Vaquer could easily win it off her. Maybe Stephanie doesn't hold it for a while. I could see that as well. This is maybe more biased than anything because I really want Stephanie versus Julia at Stand and Deliver. But man, oh man, Zarya also deserves a crazy push as well, and I wonder how they're going to push her rather than just keeping her as a tag team with Sol Ruca. So we'll have to see. Up next, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Oh my god. Okay. Shawn Spears and Brooks is still here. That's fine. But my Dark Horse, I think, literally just got released by WWE because I haven't added these in like a week or two. Okay, good. No. Thank God. I thought it was going to be AOP, which it wasn't. Thank God. Thank God. They gotta put some gold behind Jada Parker if they really want to show her off to the main roster and get some guys that has a great faction. I don't think Nathan Frazier and Axiom are going to lose these tag titles for a while. I think it happens at Stand Deliver, if anything, and then they get called to the main roster. But truthfully, Nathan Frazier and Axiom are insane in the tag team division, and I think they could easily boost the Raw tag team division if they join. Up next, we have Gunther. I think Jey Uso is officially going to beat him. I think we're going to see the countdown to Gunther's reign at WrestleMania. I think this is... if I'm telling you right now, if Jey Uso loses to Gunther, this is one of the worst, and I mean truthfully, worst booking decisions there could be. I need Jey Uso to beat Gunther. I need Jey Uso to have this championship. And all the fans that might want to say they're turning on him or doing bad, whatever, it's cap. Let's be honest here. Jey Uso is the most over wrestler right now. Gunther, your time is up, buddy. The Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso, is going to steal that championship here soon. Dark horse for me is CM Punk, but let's be honest here. It's Jey Uso, especially being the Royal Rumble winner. Up next is Rhea Ripley. You can go a lot of ways with Rhea Ripley. I have right now Bianca Belair because I see her potentially keeping this till SummerSlam and losing the title at SummerSlam. And who do I think she's going to go against at SummerSlam? Bianca Belair. That is a WrestleMania match, and if you really want to prove the 2-night WrestleMania special, put Bianca Belair on it. And I think Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, that is a money-made match, and that's how you get the title off Rhea Ripley and kind of keep going her with the chase. Dark Horse is Io Sky. I could really see in this triple threat at Raw, or if they do a triple threat at WrestleMania, you have Io Sky pinning Liv Morgan, and she's the one to get it, and Rhea still has her I never got pinned, I never lost my championship story since I love to protect her. So I like that as well, and I would like Io Sky to win a championship. Up next, we have Braun Breaker. Who do I think for Braun Breaker? I still think it's Sheamus. I think Sheamus at the end of the day is potentially going to steal this IC title off Braun Breaker. I think it makes a lot of sense to have it at WrestleMania. That's the WrestleMania match for Sheamus. Just... Saturday night's main event is just turning to a glorified house show, especially if they do Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman again at WrestleMania, which I hope that doesn't happen. And I also want to say if this match happens again, house show, Jey Uso and Gunther, it's just a televised house show. So, Sheamus, I have you winning right here. Dark horse for me is John Cena. He could be the one that goes against Braun Breaker instead of going for the world title to really build his rapport and get the Grand Slam. I could really see that route because John Cena's route so far has been, we have to try and win these matches. I haven't won a match in this. I just finally have to build myself to get a title shot. That explains a lot because it shouldn't make sense that he just comes in, wins the Royal Rumble. To all the John Cena fans out there, it doesn't make sense that he should just come in and win the Elimination Chamber. It's just simple wrestling math, I guess you could say. So I could really see him building the mid-card to then really boost himself into that scene, even though John Cena obviously doesn't need to. Just like a little thing to really help John Cena show that I'm trying to build myself to be worthy. Up next, we have Lyra Valkyria. I think that it's going to be Becky Lynch. Now, stay with me. I think Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria is the WrestleMania match that you go with. Becky Lynch being healed. There's kind of a personal story in this. I think it makes a lot of sense to do to kind of build this title, and I think Becky Lynch winning this title gives it a little bit more of a prestige, you could say, because it's a legend holding this title. My dark horse is Roxanne Perez, though. I think if Roxanne Perez is on Raw, she could win a title immediately. Truthfully, immediately. And I could see Roxanne Perez being the one to take away from Lyra Valkyria. Not in a one-on-one, somewhat in a triple threat fatal four-way, because we've seen that done that literally last year. Up next, we have War Raiders. I still think it's going to be New Day. This is where I said AOP. Oh my God. It's going to be New Day. I think it should be New Day. New Day's too over. They deserve to win. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. To prove that you saw this, let me know what you think about AOP being released, or say something about AOP. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.